Thanks for joining. So the agenda for this particular training is this, that after this training, you can automate any type of networking devices, networking software-defined network framework, anything related to network you can automate. That's the agenda of this particular training. So we are going to learn automation. One agenda for this training is to learn automation framework. We'll see some open source framework in automation such as Autobot and Netbox. Then we will learn AI and MCP integration with AI, which is very uh, high topic, like it's a hot topic, you can say. And everyone wants to learn that MCP with help of AI and MCP integration, how we can do the things. So that is very interesting. We'll learn. Now, what are the things we need? What are the prerequisite for this? You don't need you need 0% of coding knowledge, but still, you should know the framework of coding. Framework of coding means you know the architecture of programming. Like, different types of automation, we have different types of program. And when we are creating a program, or you can think like a software package. So if someone will go and create some software package, right? So that package, what is the organization or design of that package? What are the requirements? Then you are developing some software package. So first of all, the requirement is very important. So if we know the requirement, according to that, we can do the coding. We can do the scripting, right? Scripting or coding, we can do as per requirement, and then we can go and modify the code, enhance, enhance the code, right? And then feedbacks are very important. So if you get the feedback according to that, you can go and redo the work. So suppose if I have one task, one requirement, suppose, and with that requirement, I have created the automation script. But after presenting that automation script, I got the feedback that these things are missing. So then again, I have to go and recreate that. So those things we need to understand. These parts are actually coming. So suppose if we have fully automated system, and then fully developed system or developing thing that you want to develop, so that is come under pipeline called CI/CD pipeline, continuous development, continuous integration. So you have one framework, and you have to learn this very important methodology, that you have one framework, right? You have one framework, and then you are putting patches in that. So that means that when you are creating any type of framework, right? When you are creating any type of framework, make sure that you can go and later on you can go and add patches in this, right? Otherwise, if I have some rigid model that I can't go and add anything, a model itself could go and add or attach things in that. And that's the programming, any type of programming that we have nowadays, we can go and add, edit, modify codes in that. So that's the nature of program. Okay, so what's the prerequisite for this training? We need to install. So suppose if you are working Windows, over Windows, you need to go and install Ubuntu 2204 WSL over WSL, right? That is one prerequisite. Then second thing, you need cursor editor. It's very much important because we are going to do all the coding with cursor. And then you need Autobot. Later on, we'll work on Netbox as well. But at the moment, Autobot. You need to install the Autobot in your system. So first thing first, do you have Ubuntu in your Windows installed?
I don't currently, but I'll get
I,
it. I
I
can get it.
Can you do it now?
I think I have WSL, but let me check.
Simply type a store. Let me show you here. Let me show you here that.
How do I?
And come here and search Ubuntu.
Mm.
And then we need 20045, this one. Since I already installed, so you can see it is telling me you can open it. 20045 LTS. So if I go and open this, let me show you this. Here you can see. Okay. Even I can go and open this with
Yeah, yeah. I
WSL.
have 2204. Yeah, I have 2204.5 LTS in my WSL. Okay.
Great.
Then you said the other thing that I needed is cursor as well.
Yes. You need to install Cursor, and uh, you need Chat GPT account as well. Anyways, those things you can do it later on. Since this is just a sync up uh, session, I'm going to show you something very interesting that will, uh, once I show those automation, that will increase the value of this training, and then that will increase your attention as well, that why you want to learn this particular training. So let me show you that demo. And meanwhile, what you can do, you can go and install Ubuntu, you can install Cursor, and then you can,
Mhm.
if you have ChatGPT account, that is well and good. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So let me
Yeah,
show you.
I have chat already, so I'm doing Ubuntu right now.
All right. So over Ubuntu, what I have done, I have installed my Notabot, and in Notabot, I have jobs. All these things I will explain you. Whatever I have in my system, you also have to do that same thing. Or in case if you have your own lab or even your production environment, etc., that also I can automate and I can show you those things. Okay, in this training. All right, so let me check the history of configurations that I need to run this in my local system. So this is the command that I need to run, and this is the worker, because this is in my local system. So I need to do these things. That's why now I have my not a bot thing. Let me open one web browser. Okay. So what I have done, and that's kind of interesting, that we gone through that CCI trainings and the lab, right? So what I have done, I was looking for lab simulation, and then I thought, okay, this CCI lab that we have over EVNG, right? Why not that particular lab? I'll go and work on this automation as well. So first of all, let me show you my local host, my Autobot, how this look like. This is the framework. I will explain you all those things related to this. So what you need to do that once you have your Ubuntu, after that I will share you the document. Even we will do it together. I will help you or I will walk you through that installation that you will go and install Autobot over your Ubuntu. So Windows WSL Ubuntu, you will go and install your Autobot, and then same type of thing you will set up in your laptop. Okay, great. Now what I have done that we have this VMware thing, right? VMware or maybe ESXi, that's okay. Either VMware or ESXi. In this lab, we have good amount of routers and switches. So for our automation and our AI MCPs, right, we need devices, lab devices. So we can go and use this. Apart from that, you know that we have our SD-WAN VeloCloud as well. So that also I will connect and I will show the automation related to that also. So here you can see that I have my EVNG. If I can go and open, launch EVNG. A little bit slow, don't worry. Okay, I think I need to rebuild my EVNG seems. Or let me try the incognito bin mode. Maybe in incognito sometimes it's working. Yeah. So as you know that in EVNG lab, right, we have headquarter, and that headquarter we have certain routers. So if I go to this lab section, in headquarter we have the router 11, 12 and switch 101, 102, 110, right? So those in our lab. So those devices I will go and simply turn it on so I can run some script. But behind the scene, you know this topology, right? Because you worked on ELFs and all those things. So I can come here to my Autobot, and there is job section. I can click to the job section. Now I created certain jobs such as do the config push, right? So let me show you this. If I click config push, and for the solution for 1.2, I created, you can see all the device list. Again, I'll walk you through the device list, but I have all the devices here. I can select one device, switch 110, and then the template. So this is the job, this is the automation I created. You can think that any type of device and any type of configuration you want to push. So you have the device and then you have the template, and then you can go and click run, means submit, like configure it. So now you can see that it is running. What will happen? This script will go and connect to this particular device. You know that in this lab we have certain telnet and port numbers, right? Those things I have added as a script. And then it is pushing this configuration. So pushing part is okay, but then we can go and check all such type of reports. I have created the report page as well. Let me quickly go and open that report page. So I have report page and config push. I have index for that. Just now I push the configuration to switch 110. If I click, so now you can see that this configuration got pushed. Okay. For example, if I go, okay, let me do one thing. I have index, okay, previous page are index. Anyway, if I go back and I know that for this particular lab, there is one other switch as well. What is that switch? 610. So this time what I will do, I'll go to 610, but this time I need 610 template or the configuration. I can select from here and run this. If you want, you can check the logs. So one device merges to concurrency 5. This is the template. This is the location where I put all the templates, and then this will go and push the configuration. So now if you go back to the index, if I refresh the page, this configuration got pushed. Right. So this automation, what it is telling that this is configuration push automation, that if you want to push the configuration to n number of devices, so for example, R1, R2, R3, R2, oops, why R2 is not, okay. You can select the devices like this, right? And then you can take one template and then you can click run this job and it will push this. This entire automation, I'll show that how you can also create these things with help of AI coding and the AI tools. Okay, so this is one example. Now, if you have some template and you want to upload from your system, you can click this choose button and then you need to select that template and this template will be uploaded here. Got the point. So this is one type of automation which is doing template management, right? And then the configuration management, config push management. From one dashboard, we can do all those things. Okay, this is one demo. Now, if I go back to the jobs and config backup, so complete configuration backup tool is there, right? If you want to back up your devices, for example, oops, I can go to my devices, say for example, switch 101. I want to take backup running, startup both. This location backup will get saved. And then I can go and check the report as well. So if I go and run this, I want to take backup for switch 101. This is running. First of all, it will try to log into the device. At the moment you can see log into the device is not successful. And then I have created the index. So I can go to static page. There you will see config backups. Index I can go. These are some old jobs. Let me, oh, successfully completed. So now if I refresh this page, this is the timestamp. If I click view report, okay, so now you can see that it has the running configuration, it has the startup configuration, and then what are the things I have done here? That running configuration, last config diff, the startup config diff, historical pattern, all these things and how many times we have taken the backup up history up to 20. See, these tools are something this is not native with Autobot, but with help of AI tools, I have created these scripts, right? And even you can do this scripting, like you can push the configuration, but there are a few tools which can give you nice report as well, right? So you can see the running configuration. So not only that we are doing the automation task, but we are seeing the report as well, the history changes as well. Everything via automation, right? So this is complete configuration management. So what do you want from a automation tool? You want to configure the devices, right? You want to take the backup for the devices, and the backup also you want to see the revision as well, the history of backup. And once you are taking the backup, what are the changes while doing the backup, right? So those things are there. Okay. After that, I created one more, and all these things you will also do in your system, and you will do from yourself. I will just guide you to how to do it, and you will also generate such type of code. I'll show you all those things, right? Then LLD design. This is actually very interesting because this is one of the use case you may have, that if you join some new company, right, people will not share their diagrams and all those things. They will give you simply the device access, and then they will tell, okay, see these diagrams 10 year back some architect has designed, and now we don't have updated link, updated device count, all those things. So for that reason, I created such type of automation script that will log into the device and give me all the details and the diagram for that particular device. So for example, in this case, I'll go and check for um, router number 12, for example, right? And you know that how they are connected. You know that you have switch 110, then have switch 101, right? And then you have switch 102, and then you have router number 11, router number 12. And so many links are there like that you have. So what I have done, I selected this, and rest of the automation will check. I have selected this device, and I'll click run this job. Now once this job will run, it will go and save the result. There is one folder called LLD. So I have automatically it will generate that folder. So if I go to LLD, and if I go to index, earlier I have generated these reports. Oops, it seems it's still going on. Let me refresh this page. We're focusing on router 1, 2, and the time stamp. This script is working. I have made this script robust, like it will go and take the information related to interfaces, related to IPs, VLANs, routing, MTUs, maybe topology, CDP, LLDP, all those things. So it will log into the device, pull all those data, and then it will plot the diagram as well. Let me show you that once it will get completed. You can say 1, 2, 3 like that, 4, 5, 6. You will see pages after pages, because this is one big script we have that will generate the low level design. Oops. Going on, no problem. Because this is big script, so take some time. Success. Router number 1, 2. You can see timestamp is 12, 6, 11, 32. It will change. Now this is 1748. Okay, let me click here. See the topology that the script is generating. This, router 1, 2 connected with 101, 102, 101, router to 11, 102. All those interfaces and links are there. How many interfaces? Because this is very much lab and EVNG, so you can see the interfaces and how they're learning those interfaces. CPU utilization, the interfaces, IP schema, VLANs, CDP, LLDP, ACLs, QS, network services, performance metric, right? All those details that it is providing, right? This is just a demo. This is our target, means in coming few classes, you should do all these things as well. Then you can see this port and inventory query and optimization and capacity planning. Later on, I'll show you these two as well. But we are not limited up to this point. If you also have any type of use case, we can work together and we will solve it as an automation script in this class. Okay, so let me go and stop the recording.